All right, now today we're going to get things started by taking a look at Harriet Tubman.
Let's walk on over.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you for being here, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Right. Who was Harriet Tubman, and why was she such an important figure in history?
Well, Harriet Tubman is born enslaved in Dorchester County, Maryland. And she's born about 1822. When she's 27 years old, she hears that she is going to be sold away from her family. So she makes the decision to escape. She's going to be a freedom seeker heading north, and she does this on her own. She gets all the way to Philadelphia, and even though she's so excited about being free, she starts to miss her family. And she said, well, if they're free, if I'm free, they need to be free as well. So over the course of the next 10 years, she makes about 13 trips back down into the slave state of Maryland to bring family, friends, and other African Americans out.
Cool.
Now, were conductors like her typical, or is she the exception?
She is really the exception.
Okay.
So there's a lot of conductors both in the North and South, and they were both enslaved African Americans, they were free black people, they were white sympathetic people. All of them could be considered conductors. But what they mostly did was just take someone, a freedom seeker, from one station on the Underground Railroad to another one. What made Harriet so different is that she took them from station to station to station, all the way north, and many times she took them all the way to Canada.
Wow. Did Harriet Tubman ever get caught? And if not, why was she so successful?
No, Harriet never was caught. She was successful because most of her journey she made was during the nighttime. So therefore, the only problem she had was whether she was being chased by those enslavers who were trying to recapture her. And many times she was a master of disguise, and she knew how to use...
She wore disguises, huh?
On occasion, she did wear disguises, but she sometimes would do things that keep from being caught, such as one event was whenever she was in a town and she saw one of her previous owners, and she knew that he would recognize her, so she had these chickens in her hand, and so the closer he got, she did something to the chickens to make them flutter in the air, and as they fluttered, she sort of went down, and so therefore he was unable to see her.
Wow.
And then there was another event where she was knew that someone would recognize her, so she picked up a newspaper and started reading it, and then of course they knew that she had to be free because she was not enslaved, because enslaved people at that point didn't really know when to know how to read. So she went on and was not recognized because of that. So she was never captured because she was a master of disguises and knew how to get away.
Now, what was her involvement with the Civil War?
Well, Harriet Tubman, during the Civil War, she was a nurse, a scout, a spy for the Union Army. She also taught other young ladies how to bind up the soldiers' wounds, how to cook, clean, things of that sort. And she was one of the only women that we know of who led troops into battle during the Civil War, during a raid on the Combahee River in South Carolina.
She led troops in, huh?
Led troops in, with Colonel James Montgomery.
Cool. Cool. So I know the Harriet Tubman home is in Auburn. Well, how did she end up in Auburn, and what kind of things did she do there?
This is such a good question. Central New York was really known for progressive thinkers.
Yes.
So there were a lot of Underground Railroad safe houses within the area. So one of them especially was in Auburn. There was the home of William Seward and his wife Frances. And Harriet Tubman had actually gotten to know them through other connections on the Underground Railroad. Now William Seward is the senator from the state of New York at that time and will become the Secretary of State under Abraham Lincoln. The city of Auburn also has a very well-established African-American community, so she wasn't starting over from the beginning. There were already a community there for her. And William Seward and his wife Frances sold Harriet Tubman a 7-acre farm on the outskirts of Auburn, and it was there that she made her home for the last 50 years of her life.
Wow.
Now, her home and church were recently made into a national park. Tell us a little bit about that. What was that process?
Well, it's the process is a little bit on the long side, but the National Park Service is in the forever business. So what happened was we have the National Park Service, like when they get a park, that particular area is going to be saved into perpetuity forever for the American people. So the Harriet Tubman Home Incorporated and the African Methodist Episcopal Zion Church worked with Congress people to write legislation to make the site a national park. So this particular park that was created, the Harriet Tubman National Historical Park, is a partnership park. So we work very closely with the Harriet Tubman Home Incorporated and the African Methodist Episcopal Zion Church, who has been taking care of the property for over 100 years. We're going to work together to create new programming. We're going to work on the restoration of many of the buildings. The National Park Service has actually purchased Harriet Tubman's church that she raised money to build. She attended for 22 years of her life, and she was buried from there in 1913. So we're going to be working real collaboratively, as well as with other museums and organizations in the city of Auburn, to make sure that everybody knows about Harriet Tubman.
Yeah, because it's necessary that they know who this lady was and what she did and how important she was to the country.
You do a pilgrimage there every year, don't you?
Every year in May. This year it'll actually be June the 2nd. There's a Harriet Tubman pilgrimage where we have an event that goes on at her grave site in the morning, and then we come back to the property for a day of activities and celebration.
Yep. President's been to visit you guys?
Yes. President Clinton did come in the year 1999 along with the First Lady.
Cool.
And they've been there and invited my wife and I to the White House. So we, it was a good year for us then. But we've had many mayors and other people from the political arena there as well.
Cool.
Oh. Well, thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you for having us.
All right, now we'd like to thank Kim and Reverend Paul Gordon Carter for being here tonight. And when we come back, we'll take a look at our book reviews. So stay right there.